Alrighty, hello and welcome back to another Mage Quest episode. I'm still wearing the wrong skin. Oh well. uh, as you can see, there's been a few things. I finally figured out what was wrong with the glass dome bits, so I've redone them to actually fit what I was originally intending for them to look like, and then I went ahead and made that one and those two over there. I haven't figured out what I wanted to do for here, so that's still going to be a work in progress. Secondarily, I put down a bunch of sandstone and stone bricks as a way to make a better platform area, because again, this is meant to be filled with blocks. Fun fact that I didn't realize until later, but the mossy stone bricks, those aren't actually currently in the game. Those were actually added in 1.8, and I'm working on 1.710, so I have no way of crafting these. So making these stone bricks with the vines is obviously not gonna happen. As you can see, I can make mossy cobblestone. However, the way you do that is with the Botany mod. So if we go over here and we pull up the vine, I don't remember where it's currently under vine balls. If you can read that, it takes 9 vines to make a vine ball, and then you can combine the 9 vines that turn into the vine ball plus the cobblestone to make mossy cobblestone, but it's currently called moss stone because again, this wasn't in the game. Did some touching up here. I did add a bit of mossy, and what you do is you take a brick and then you put some seeds in the crafting table, and then out comes a mossy brick. Likewise, I got most of the food, I got the gardens going, and I now have a surplus, slowly working my way towards getting independent of that issue of needing food. Strange how you need food in order to live. Also, I will look over there in a minute. Let me sleep, please. There we go. So over here you can see mainly the glow from the day blooms, but these are filled from all the natural sunlight, and these are also filled, and this is what the nightshade blossoms look like. I love their little soft sparkles. So, as you can see, I haven't moved the mana banks over, because this one is actually halfway filled, and there's no way I'm losing all of that mana when I can I can use it, and likewise, I just haven't moved those because I'm lazy. I want my pools together, please and thank you. However, in here, okay, it wasn't in here. In here, I've gotten 5 ender pearls. So what I did is I went up north. Let me pull up the map. Here's the map. So I went up north to the desert because I wanted to grab a whole bunch of sand. And you can see here that there's this little new pyramid thing. Turns out Endermen are horrible at teleporting compared to their 1.19 counterparts. So they they do teleport, but they don't often teleport on top of the roof. What they'll do is they'll teleport as close as they can on the ground to run up to you, and I think that was a limitation of the coding at the time. So I have this ziggurat kind of thing where it's 3 blocks tall and there's steps leading up to it because they don't jump that well. And I'll stare at a group of Endermen and then uh, they'll come and then I'll kill them and so forth and so forth. Likewise, while I was waiting there, I got some string, a few bones, arrows, and the like from all the mobs burning. But also, more importantly, I got 2 teleport 1 books. And that's gonna be so cool later on. Let's see, anything else to recap? Hey, look, tree. Oh, yes. One thought about the tree, not that spruce tree, but also down here in the mushroom area, I've carved this out a bit. That one poor mushroom, forever stuck up there, and I love him. He can hang out there, because he's cool. I got this carved out, likewise, like right over here. Here was a bunch of iron ore that I mined out. So got a bit more iron there. And lastly, I didn't get to cover this, but it's been here for like 3 episodes now. But over here in the pit is this gargantuan oak tree that I've been meaning to show off. And he has been haunting this area. Look at him, he's a monster. Very, very large monster. So, plans for this episode is getting back into Botania and progressing through that mod. So, I need potatoes. First things first, I'm almost starving over here, so potatoes. Now, let me grab the ender pearls and the book and wand. So yeah, if you look over here, you can see the status of the flowers. And then the pool. Alright. Let me drop the ender pearls on. Hang on. That was so satisfying. I've been holding off on doing that because, again, I wanted to do it on camera, and that's what I need to do. Some people will maybe say, like, hey, why don't you save those for Eyes of Ender? I don't even have a nether portal. I don't have a nether portal. I can't do that. So, what do I need to make? Equivalent exchange. Ever find yourself short of something while having something similar? Ever wanted an easy way to get the first seeds to start growing melons? Well, there is now a way. For $4.99 you can have all of these glorious exchanges and more. Well, not really. You don't actually have to pay me anything, although I wouldn't turn down tips. Once crafted, you simply have to place it underneath a mana pool, and you should see the schedule in the bottom of the pool. Usage is exceedingly simple. Just throw in the item to be exchanged as if you were performing an infusion. Alchemy Catalyst. Let's go back over here. Oh, where'd you stick it? Drum of the Canopy. Drum of the Canopy is like the Drum of the Wild in that it's a percussion counterpart of the Horn of the Canopy. It serves the exact same purpose as the horn, but it is placed in the world, although functionally similar to the Drum of the Wild. The Pinking Drum. Drum of the Canopy. Oh, well that's cool. Not what I'm looking for though. Thank you. Wait, I think, yep, here we go. Alchemizing with mana. Mana is an extremely volatile substance to a point that its complete properties and abilities are unknown. One of them is known, though, is attaching an alchemy catalyst created with a mixture of otherworldly materials to the bottom of a mana pool. It enables the pool to perform alchemy. Creating the catalyst. Oh. Oh, that's expensive. I don't have brewing stands. Rotten flesh to leather. Various types of wood. Various types of saplings. Breaking down glowstone blocks. Oh, that's pretty good, because if you can get glowstone blocks, it's an equal transfer for dust, instead of leaving it up to chance. Breaking down quartz blocks. Creating chiseled stone bricks. Further freezing snow into ice. Converting between vines and lily pads. Ooh, nice. Various breeds of fish. Transmuting seeds and crops. Purifying poison potatoes. Ooh. Yeah, I could get behind that. Conjuring nether wart. Converting between gunpowder and flint. Making name tags. Splitting wool into string. Name tags. That's easy. That's super cheap, actually. Splitting wool into string. Converting between slime balls and cacti. Creating ender pearls. Converting between glowstone and redstone. Cobblestone into sand. Herding clay into red sand. Clay into bricks. Tall grass. And making coarse dirt. Ah, clever. Okay, so what else can I create? I can't make the catalyst because I don't have brewing stands. To be counted as his friend, sometimes you may wish to carry some amounts of mana on your person. This can be achieved through the usage of mana diamonds encased in living rock. This device takes the form of a slate, and is known as the mana tablet. While it is on your person, it can provide mana to a number of portable devices which you may craft. I think that's under, yep, mana manipulation. And there's a plane overhead. One moment. While using... Okay, it's not that loud. While using mana spreaders to transport mana around is all well and good, there's also a way of doing it in a different manner. The mana tablet is a portable object which can carry mana on itself. Not only that, but other items can also pull from it as they need it for their uses, making this an essential tool. Tossing one of these on top of a mana pool will allow the transport of mana between one another. Shift right-clicking the mana pool with a wand of the forest will change it in which the way the mana flows. Lastly, unlike normal items, these will never despawn when dropped on the floor. Ah, my book. I accidentally dropped my book. Let me sleep. There we go. Don't put it in your pocket, it might bend. Living rock, mana pearls, or mana diamonds. Gotcha. So, what I need to do is I need to go grab some living rock, which is actually over here, and craft that up. Ta-da! If that's the case, then I can just put it on top and then fill it up with mana so that way I can move my pool without issue. I grabbed the mana from there too. It has 16. 16 of 1,000. Okay. Cool. And then it dropped it. Oh. That's amazing. Okay, let me... Oh, I have the wand. I'm so silly. I'm too excited. Let's see how many mana points I actually have. Whoa. That's a cool effect. And the mana table is changing. Yo. That's wild. And it's done. 990 points out of 1,000. So, wow. And that was only from like halfway filled for the actual mana pool plus 16. Yo. Oh, that is so cool. Okay, let me go grab my pick. And I'm going to put that in the specialty items chest. That. Oh, that was amazing. Eek. My tiny manual bubbles. There we go. Now I can actually have a front lawn sort of area. I don't know what I'd do with it though. I'm going to put you here. And I'm going to put you here. I don't actually know where I want to put it. I'll put you there. And then here's your sleeve. So I don't lose it. Oh, that was so cool. I love the mana tablet. I need more of those, not gonna lie. That's still such a cute sound. Okay, in the cauldron go. As you infuse the diluted pool earlier, a number of other materials can also be infused. Robust items such as iron and diamonds alongside witch bear magic such as ender pearls, mystic petals are all able to be infused in the mana pool. As before, simply drop the item into the mana pool while it holds enough mana and you'll get your new items. Surely you can't stuff that up. So I need to do a mana diamond before this is complete. I don't want to waste my mana, my one diamond though, so I'll start a strip mine. I'll do it over here in the mushroom area. Start a strip mine and just go from there. The truth you'll know. When one has mana, one must but want for a use for that mana. After all, it's not much to use to you just sitting there in the pool like that. While you can infuse things in the pools, more complex creations with mana require the usage of a runic altar. This fancy thing somehow seems to directly oppose gravity and keeps items placed on it in a small orbit. Must be something to do with the living rock con constitution, not construction. Alright, I think it's put under natural apparatus. Mystic items, baubles and accessories, tiny planet. Huh, neat. I'll read that later. Okay, alright. I'll just spell it out. Altar. Runic altar. Come back here. I need you. Similarly to the Petal Apothecary, right-clicking on this block with an empty hand after a recipe is completed will place it back the items used for the last recipe for faster mass crafting. Runes are extremely important components of complex magical devices or flora. In order to create these, one would need a runic altar. To utilize this runic altar, start by placing via either right-click or simply tossing the components to the rune you want to create, proceeding by linking a mana spreader to the altar and right-clicking it with a Wand of the Forest. It should be apparent when the altar has received enough mana. When that happens, drop a piece of living rock on top of it and use the wand on it again to collect your rune. Crafting the runic altar. Mana pearl or diamond, living rock. Okay. A total of 16 runes exist. Oh, I covered this in the basics. I just forgot. Okay. So I do have all the materials, I just need to use it. Ta-da! I'm gonna put you right here. Look at you, you majestic thing. Okay, let's... Oops. Oh, I forgot how much of a pain you were. Okay. Oop, no, that's not what I wanted. I forgot about this. I always hated trying to do the shift clicking stuff. Because you have to do it properly, otherwise it doesn't. So what I'll do is I'll link these flowers all the way back up, but I don't feel like doing it right now. Put your hat back on. Oh, crafting with mana. I can get more pearls or more diamonds. I have a feeling there might be just mana diamonds, so... Oh, no, I get both. Cool. Can I have that as a manual detect, please, and thank you? Yes, it works! Okay, so I have to pick one. I have to pick pearls or mana diamonds. I'll go with pearls, because those seem more versatile, and I already have 5 diamonds. I was like, okay, let's just go with that. Fantastic. Also, for the mana steal, uh, you can see I actually used a lot of virtuous pickaxes. I had to make 2 more to get the roofs to look properly, because taking those 2 down was a bit of a pain. Alright. Cool. So I got that done. Time for oak and holly to fight. Mana steel is very resistant material. You know, the mana reinforces its structure, making it a bit better than iron for making tools and armor. If you craft the handle of tools from living wood, the tools become able to channel mana stored on your person to reinforce themselves against taking damage when used. How's that for nifty? And sleepy time. I didn't realize that was a task. I just wanted to do it like 2-3 episodes ago because it was cool. Suiting up. The greater concentrations of mana steel can be used to make armor allowed to channel mana even without the presence of living wood to aid in mana conduction. As the tools, the armors will reinforce itself against damage using mana in order to keep itself pristine condition. Who doesn't want armor that keeps itself shining and dent free? And I I get a mana tablet that's completely filled. Yo! That's fantastic! Okay, so Call of the Hunter equivalent exchange. I can't make the catalyst because I have to go get blaze rods to make the brewing stands because brewing stands don't occur naturally in villages. So there's that. Call of the Hunter. Oh, the dire wolf, yes. Truth you know, inscribed elements. Now that you have yourself a runic altar, I suppose I should teach you how to use it. However, the altar works. You begin crafting by right-clicking it with the items you wish to place in it. You will have to use the Wand of the Forest to activate mana spreaders aimed at it in order to start feeding the altar mana. Once there's enough mana supplied, small blue streaks of lightning will manifest themselves at the altar. At this point, Sing people might choose to keep their distance, but since when are we saying? Get in real close and place a piece of living rock on the altar, wave your wand of the forest at it, and ta-da! You have yourself a room of some sort. So I have to make a rune of fire, air, water, and earth. What else do I need to do? So that's one of the current tasks. Tread the circle thrice. I'm currently ignoring all the flowers right now. And enchanting. Do you recall how bookcases improve the potency and capability of an enchantment table? Do you also remember how we botanists like to add our touch to things? Well, we've developed these constructs known as pylons made from mana steel and gold with a mana diamond core. See, I knew it. These pylons are able to induct a much stronger reaction in the enchantment table, taking only 2 of them to push it to its limit. Just put them near the table you would with the bookcases, and they'll do the rest, allowing your enchanting table to work as though it was surrounded by 15 bookcases. That's really cool. I wish I knew that sooner. Teach me for not reading. Pick one, enchanted book or enchanted book. I don't know which one you have. Alright, going over here, Lexicon Botania. Talismans, mystic items. No, I think it was under natural apparatus. Come on. Mana pylon, yes. A mana pylon is a structure that can pull energies from the earth and use them to power enchanting processes. For one, setting one adjusted to enchanting table as though it was a bookshelf will drastically increase the power it can convey. Just 2 of these are enough for it to reach level 30. 2 gold ingots, 1 mana diamond, and 2 mana steel. You must construct additional pylons. Thank you. I do have... While I do have the shiny stuff, I'm gonna hold off on actually using that right now. For later. Oh, instead of a good this is a basic reward bag, and now I have a good reward bag. Good to know. I'll open up those later, because there is no telling what I'll actually get from those. Tread the circle thrice. Mana materials are well and good, but sometimes you want something a little more powerful. Recently, my fellow botanists have found a way to combine the robust strength of mana steel, the precious beauty of mana diamonds, and the unknown magic of mana pearls into a single material which presents all 3 of these traits which define our world. To create this great material, you must first prepare a necessary ritual. To do so, create a terrestrial agglomeraton plate and place it on a 3x3 checkerboard of living rock and lapis lazuli blocks. If you thought you could get away With there being no mana cost for this process, you are out of luck. You will need a pair of sparks in order to provide half a mana pool's worth of mana to the ritual. So each of those sparks are 25% of a mana pool. Holy god, oh my god, that's so costly. Lapis lazuli, I do have some. I put it in the shinies chest. But I only have 11 pieces. I can only make one block. Oh, I threw them. Why would you do that? Okay, well that's definitely something. Alright, how do these flowers work? Oh, that's... I do want to make the 2 mana pylons because I do want to use them. So let me go grab the materials for that. 1, 2... 1, 2... And... Where's my gold? I don't have enough gold. That is an issue. I thought I had enough gold, turns out I don't. Okay. Well, that definitely sets the scene for some stuff that I'll be working towards. Hydrangeas, the blue flowers. Generated passive mana, day blooms. Will suck up any still water in a 3x3 area surrounding it on the same height, creating mana from it. These flowers similarly to day blooms. Having any 2 hydrangeas 1 block away from each other, including diagonals, will drastically reduce the production rate of both. However, having even more... Okay, so that is one of the few flowers I haven't actually gotten to use that I've been given. I just haven't had a need until the mana demands have just exponentially spiked. Okay. I do like my field of day blooms, so let's see. Okay, so I should probably make more mana spreaders. Okay, let me go grab a notebook. Hang on. Talk about a rapid spike. So, I need more mana spreaders. I need gold. I need diamonds, actual diamonds. I need... what do you call it? It'll come back to me. So... Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let me sleep. I need sanity. That's what I need. A whole lot of sanity. Um, yeah, I'm gonna need a network of spreaders to come down here and work. I doubt that dropping the mana tablet will work, so. Fun! I also need to read through the Botania mod. Oh, Christ. Okay. In and out. As taught by our Green Lord and Lady, much of the world acts in perpetual balance. This remains true in herbomancy too, for as the flora we engineer can concentrate mana, they can also consume it. Normally I would have taught you how to make a fallen Kinade to help revitalize you and keep you interested in lessons, but I've managed to forget how this one would go about making that particularly pretty. Instead, I'll enlighten you to the Exo Flame, not to be confused with the Endo Flame, which absorbs food. The Exo Flame will consume mana from nearby mana pools and energize it into a heat source powerful enough to melt items in nearby store furnaces. Exo Flame. How do I make you? Okay. Not enough items. Help me out. Exo. Mana infusion. Bellthorn into Bellthorn Petite. Nope. Floating flowers. Petal Apothecary. There we go. Uh, red mana petal. Mystic. So I need to infuse 2 mana petals. Mystic Red Petal. Mystic Grey. Mystic Light Grey. Rune of Fire. Rune of Summer. Well, I do need to make the runes, so that's on the list. Endo Flame. Nope, not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the Runic Altar. No, I'm not looking at... Wow, my thoughts are thinking of runes, even though that's not what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of spreaders. That's what I'm thinking of. That would be under mana manipulation. Gold. It requires gold. Of course. When the wind blows, some devices require a specifically targeted blast of mana in order to be activated. To end this, if you were to carry a mana tablet with you, you can fire a mana pulse yourself. This can be achieved through a mana blaster. Simply point and pull the trigger to fire a blast of mana where you aim. Such a shame it isn't harmless. It isn't harmless? I could do that. Okay. I'd put it under tools. Mana Blaster. Mana Blaster is like a portable mana spreader. Well shaped like a pistol for easily handling, it's not exactly a firearm, just a more portable spreader. By utilizing mana from mana tablets in the holder's inventory, it can shoot a mana burst when one is looking at this. The burst is a bit different from the ones fired from spreaders, as it's faster, but only carries 3/4 of a mana spreader burst. There is also a short cooldown period until you can use it again. Mana lenses also function with the blaster to attach one to it, and then put them side by side on a crafting table. To remove it, simply place the mana blaster back on the crafting grid. Requires a rune of mana, a mana diamond, a TNT block, and 3 living wood. We need more Daka. Not sure what that reference is, but cool. Alright, so I have a lot of offhand grinding to do. Fun. I didn't realize how much freaking gold I would need. That's a bit ridiculous. Okay. I don't remember where I put my torches. I think I used them all up. So, next episode is probably going to be a large time skip. I'm going to hopefully find some diamonds and a whole bunch of lapis lazuli and nice ores that I need. But beyond that, not much progress is gonna happen. So yeah, I need to take up my pickaxes and start mining after I get the spreader situation sorted out. I'm gonna do that real quick. I need to grab the... what do you call it? I need to grab the wand. Oh, there's my torches. I do have some torches. I'm just blind. There's my wand. Okay, can the farthest flower, can you reach? No, you cannot reach the mana spreader. Okay. What about you? Can you reach the mana spreader? You can. Okay. So the farthest these guys can go is that far. Good to know. Come on. I'm so glad they have the wool wrap, because it's loud. It's very loud. Alright, dumb question. What's the mana lens look like? Let's see. Lens. Mana lenses. In order to upgrade a potential mana spreader, one can apply a mana lens. This is a very basic. Mana lens does absolutely nothing. Lenses can be dyed in a workbench or combined with a pearl to create a rainbow lens. These will change the color of the bursts. 4 terrace steel ingots, 1 glass pane. Basic lenses doesn't do anything. Lenses are not all fancy colors. One can upgrade with all sorts of material to create new lenses, which does all sorts of effects on the mana bursts. It is to take in mind that if using a normal mana spreader, there needs to be a mana receiving block at the end for the burst of fire. A redstone mana spreader is recommended for some lenses. Sometimes, though, having a single mana lens and a spreader is just not enough. Combining two together with a slime ball can unite them into one and keep the effects of both. The first lens is used to determine the visuals, texture, and color. It is that some combinations will not work, nor will two lenses of the same type. The velocity lens will drastically increase the speed at which a mana burst travels, but not only does the mana beam start to lose its mana faster, it also carries a bit less. Velocity lens. Huh. Those are exceedingly useful. Come on. Potency lens will double the amount of mana a mana burst will carry, however it comes slower and starts to lose mana faster. Potency lens. Resistant lens will increase the amount of time a mana burst can go without mana, but it's a bit slower. The efficiency lens will decrease the amount of time it takes for the mana burst to start losing its mana, but when this happens, it does at a lot slower rate. Bounce lens will allow mana to bounce off the walls rather than dissipating on a collision. Gravity lens makes mana bursts be attracted by the world's gravitational pull, thus moving in an arc. As compensation, it also increases the time before mana starts to lose its effects. The Borer lens changes the mana burst with the ability to break any blocks it comes into, draining its own mana to do so. Damaging lens. Phantom lens. By utilizing its obtruse platform and its properties, it's possible to make a lens that allows the mana burst to pass through blocks. In doing so, the time it can stay without losing mana is decreased. Magnetizing lens, electronic lens, influence lens, weight lens, Kindle. Alright. Closest one would be the efficiency lens, but that's for later. And I am basically going overtime. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and as always, have a good day, have a good night, and see you next episode.